I want to
Mhm.
ask you one other thing, though. I know we're at our time, but I want this. So take your time, please, because if you don't, I'm going to come back and ask you again
Okay.
anyway. But what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now to help organizations improve, help organizations
Mm.
make a difference? What are you doing right now?
Yeah. So I'm coming into companies and I'm training teams but then I'm following it up with group coaching. I'm not going to
Mm,
just be a keynote speaker necessarily. I can do that, but that's not what I want to do to actually influence sustainable change. Sustainable change is created when folks form that habit. And so I'm there to say, okay, you learned the skills, you heard me talk, you took down notes, you have the presentations to go back to, but now we're practicing. Not only practicing inside of that workshop where we do some simulations, but now we're practicing in real life
mm,
with real people. And so we're going to talk about that. How did you deliver and drive value in giving someone ownership over something? How did you drive employee engagement? How did you deliver this critical coaching conversation? How are you ensuring that you positively reinforce folks for the behaviors that you want to have happen more often? We're going to discuss those. And then we're going to, that whole activity where we're group coaching, that activity itself is positively reinforcing. And so now people are going to feel good about what they've done and they're going to go out and do that again and again. So I'm with the companies for a while doing that group coaching to make sure it really sticks and habits are formed. And before I go, I say, okay, I've been leading this. And guess what? I've picked a leader. Here's the leader that I believe should run these meetings moving forward every other week
mm.
in perpetuity.
Wow. Wow. You are unique because I've learned and divided it out. If I'm training, I'm telling you what, but
Mhm.
if I'm coaching, I'm telling you how.
Mhm.
And it sounds like you're doing the training and here's how you do this. Here's how. It's like you
Mhm.
laid out, here's how. So how do people find you to say, hey, let's discuss this a little bit?
Sure. They can find me on LinkedIn and Joy Meserve, and also, of course, my website, which is leadingwithjoy.com.
Okay. And we'll try to make sure both of those are in the show notes for everybody to take a look at. And how's your schedule for 2024? You getting full pretty quickly?
I have some space, so
Okay.
don't hesitate to reach out.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So, and then my final question for you. Just look at the time. We're going to take it anyway.